Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Code with Me. So today I would like to explain you about the topic ER diagrams on the Bharatpe. So before proceeding that, I would like to explain you about what are the ER diagrams. So ER diagrams are the part of the DBMS, that is a database management system, and it is called as an entity relationship diagrams. So what is that? That is just a graphical representation of the entities and their relationships in our database. It is a visual tool used during the database that is, we can say, to tell the model of the structure or explaining the model of the structure. So, like there are three components in the ER diagrams. One is our entities, second is relationships, third is attributes. So, what are the entities? Entities are just nothing we can say like they are the tables, like a name of a table or a particular table used in a database. Suppose I give an example for that, like I am making a database on the university. So in university there are like three things. There are a lot of things which are part of the that database, like students, faculties, we can say courses, admissions, and these other things. So there will be a particular table for these separate things. Like there is a particular table for a student, faculty, courses, and these things. So for that we are having these entities. So that we can call like a student faculty. These are the entities. Moving ahead to the attributes. Attributes are the we can say are having the characteristics and the properties of that particular entity. Like with I just talk about the university database in which I tell you about the student, faculty, and the courses. So for us, if I talk about the entity student, what are the characteristics and the properties that student is having? Like student name, student ID, phone number, class, course. These all the characteristics and the properties are called as the attributes. Okay. So the last is the relationship. So what is the relationship? Relationship is just a connection between the two entities. Like one entity is we can say student, other is a faculty. So how student is linked with the faculty? That is just a relationship that we can say like from relationship we get to know how these two entities are connected. So this is just a brief of we can say ER diagrams. We can proceed more it with the Bharatpe. So like there are a lot of relationships in the ER in the types of relationships like one to many, many to one, and many to many that I explain in on with the topic Bharatpe. So on proceeding with Bharat Pay. So first of all, like we can say, what is a Bharat Pay? Like we are talking about the Bharat Pay and all these things. So what is a Bharat Pay? Bharat Pay is a fintech company. It's we can say like it is a fintech company that is you that we can use as a merchant. Like that is used for the payments and the transaction only for the merchants and the small businessmen. Like small businessmen and merchants use that particular app BharatPe for getting the transactions and online payment we can say. Like there are a lot of apps like Google Pay, Paytm, or these things. But why Bharat Pay is only for merchant? But why Bharat Pay? Because Bharat Pay is only for merchant. It's not linked with the customer. When we go to some shop, there is a QR code. On that QR code, like that is a QR code of Bharat Pay. So there are different kind of options like Paytm, Google Pay, whatever we want, we can scan through QR code, and that goes to the merchant. So that QR code is of Bharat Pay, so Bharat Pay can link with all the Google Pay and Paytm transactions. So it's just to from the customer to merchant, just the transaction. So there are a lot of things in a Bharat Pay, like it is for merchants and the small businessmen. They can ask for a QR code, swipe machine. They can also ask for the we can say loans and lending money, or these other things are there in a Bharat Pay. So now let's start with our topic, that the ER diagrams on the Bharatpe. So for that I just explain you firstly entities, then attributes, then relationship, then we can do further ER diagrams. personal mention here. It is Bharat Pay. So, like firstly talking about all the entities required in the Bharat Pay. So here it is entities, which I earlier told like what are the entities. So in Bharat Pay, first of all, merchant is required, like that is the main person who is getting money. So merchant is required. After that, QR code, like merchant can apply a QR code. So there is a particular table for QR code also. Transaction, like this is also required transaction because a merchant can receive the different, that is a backend process, like merchant can receive the different transactions. After that we forward it with the transaction. So swipe machine is also offered by the Bharat Pay. Swipe machine is also offered by Bharat Pay. After swipe machine, there is one more, that is Bharat Pay itself. Like it is also required, like Bharat Pay is also there, like it provides some things. So that's why Bharat Pay is also there. Last we can say loans, like Bharat Pay lends some money to the merchants and to the uh, whoever wants the loans, like small businessmen and the merchants. So it provides. So loan is the one of the another entity. So on, like these all are the main entities, or we can say main tables which are used in the Bharat Pay. After that we have to come on the attributes, like what are the attributes for the particular thing. So I would like to here write first of all attributes. Attributes of particular entities. Yes. So like start, like first of all we start with the our main one, that is the we can say merchant itself. So like like this is for the merchant. So what are the attributes merchant is having? So there is a specific ID for the merchant to like to unique for the uniqueness in our data. So we just mention here that is a MID, that is for the merchant. After that there is one another, that is a merchant name, like what is the merchant, what is the name of the merchant. These all are the characteristics, we can say characteristics for the entity merchant, like what are the particular things which are given in the table of the merchant, or we can say like the headings we can also say. So ID, what is the merchant name, phone number, phone number. After that phone number, there is a email ID also required, email ID. So not ID, you can say like simply email. That's what I mean to say. After that, what is the address of the shop? Shop address. That is also required. Like where is the merchant's shop? This is all about the merchant. So coming to the next one, that is the transaction. So next entity we are having the transactions. So same like for everything there is a particular ID. So transaction is also having ID. We can say it as a transaction ID. After that, for a transaction ID, what is the amount? Like what is the amount of transaction? Like how much amount of transaction has been done or going on, whatever. Date, like on which date the transaction has been done. After that, payment method. So in this, there is nothing like offline, online. Just what I mean to say, like payment method. Like there are a few options which Bharatpe provides, like Google Pay, Paytm, and these all other apps. So we can send money through that. So we can get like from where the money comes from, like Google Pay, Paytm, or these kind of things. So we mention transaction page also. So yes. Uh, So after this transaction, like that is, I think, sufficient. No, we can add one more thing. That is the status. Like, what is the status of that transaction? It is done or not? For that, that is another thing. That is a transaction. After that, we can make one more on the. We can say like merchant transaction QR code. So. Why QR code? Like when we apply, when we make an account on the, we can say Bharatpe, so they ask for to get the QR code. So for asking, like merchant has to ask for, so merchant is having his particular, his official QR code. So that's why there is a particular table for the QR code. So what we can say the attributes of the QR code, that first of all the same thing everything is having, that is a QR ID. After that we can say QR ID is one. Second is the applying date, like when we apply for that QR. That's sufficient for, like there is no a lot of things for the QR, that is only few of the things in a QR. So after that, there is a one more thing, like we asked, like we can apply for, that is a swipe machine. So for the swipe machine again, like the things are same, like machine ID. Wait, swipe machine ID. Like there is a particular ID for the swipe machine. So swipe machine ID. Then again, what is the applying date for that particular ID? Applying date. Okay. So these two attributes for the like swipe machine. So after that, we can also write here one more, that is our Bharat Pay itself. Why Bharat Pay itself? Because it is required Bharat Pay. Why Bharat Pay? We can say because, like suppose I have to apply, like I am the merchant, I ask to, I am a merchant, I go to the loan, so I ask I want loan. I put the request to the loan. So the loan table also have to request to the Bharat Pay. Like this merchant is asking for loan, so we have to provide the loan. So that's why Bharat Pay itself is also required. So there is one BID, that is for the Bharat Pay, and we can say one customer number. Like customer numbers we can provide, not one, like customer number. So how much the customer numbers the BharatPe is having, so that is for that table. So on coming to the last one, that is our loan. So like loans. For loans, there are like there is a, again specific ID for the loan, that is we can say loan ID. After that, what is the amount? We can say L amount, that is a loan amount. So loan amount, what is the loan amount? Then what is the we can say interest, like for the particular amount, what is the interest rate we are given to the merchant, or these kind of things. After that, duration, like for how much period of time merchant wants that loan, so that duration is also required. After that, like amount, duration, interest rate, and date. date like on which merchant applies. So these all are the we can say entities with their attributes which are required. So these are few things. After that, we coming to the relationships. So these are just the entities and the attributes. Now it's time for the relationship. Now it's time for the relationship. So for the relationship, I tell you like how to make the ER diagrams. Like with the ER diagrams, I explain you the relations among the different entities. So first of all, the representation for the any entity, like there is any one entity. So the representation of that particular entity we can say with only with the rectangle box. So like our first is like suppose we can say merchant. So merchant is our first entity. So there are some attributes of the merchant. So for the there are a few kinds of attributes like key attributes, derived attributes, multi-valued, single-valued, these. But whatever the attributes used in this particular topic, I will explain that. So like there is a one primary key. We know that there is one primary key. Means a key attribute like that is a primary for the uniqueness. So for that attribute, the representation is a circle with the particular line here, like this. So like that is a merchant ID. We can say m underscore ID. That is done. That is our merchant ID. Okay. After that, another one is our merchant name. So that is merchant name, just simple attributes. So we just simply write here merchant m name. We can say m name. That is a m name. Okay, that is our m name. After that, we come to like MID is done, M name is done. There is another, we can say contact number. So there is a little bit change in our contact number because contact number, there are a lot of contact numbers we can say like not a lot, like I tell you, just give me a second. So for a phone number, like a person can having a lot of phone numbers, okay. So for that, we use this multi-valued, we can say attribute phone for phone, okay. So this multi-valued attribute is used for the phone number. After that, there is an email ID. So person can having more than two email IDs. Okay. So for that, we just put here also and I write here email underscore ID. Okay. So this is we can say email ID for a particular person. Okay, that is also done. So like after that, there is a address of the we can say of merchant, so that we simply write because address can be particular for one shop, so we can write here shop address. That's it. So this is done. Now we have to like arrange it in such a way we can make the relationships. So these things are done. Now it's time for like now firstly we have to join these all things. So like for joining this merchant with this phone number, uh, merchant phone number, after that with M name, MID, email ID, address. That's it. So these are the some attributes for the particular entity that is a merchant. So this is complete. After that we talk about the another entity that is our transaction. Here we can write the transaction. So for the transaction there is again one primary key for that, that is we can say our TID, that is our primary key. So for the primary key, as I told earlier, there should be one like this kind. Transaction ID can be shown like this. So amount is also there. So for amount, we just write here amount also. After amount, there is a date. So on which date we can say that is a simple, just a simple attribute for the date. So we write here date. After that, date is also done. Now payment method, like which method we use for the particular transaction. So like I write here payment method. Okay, so like this. So this is for the payment. After that, payment method is also done, and now it's done for the what is the status. So we write here status. So these are the same things like which we already like done earlier also, like what are the entities and the attributes. So the main thing which I have to describe now is the how to make the ER diagrams, and how to like what are the relationships among them or between the attributes or these things. So for the relationship, so like merchant, for any kind of relationship, first of all we have to put this. This is the symbol for relationship. So what merchant is doing? Merchant like transaction done for the merchant. We can say transaction done for, okay, we just in a simple words we can say transaction is being done for the merchants. Okay, so like this way. There is some error in this particular line, so we have to break it. Yeah, I just put it like that. Yeah, so transaction done for the merchant means it is from here to here, and then from this is the relation. Like we have to give a particular name for the relation, like what is going on. So transaction is done for the merchant. So now it's next time like what kind of a relation it is. So now let's suppose like merchant transaction. So a single merchant can receive multiple transactions. Suppose I am a merchant, so I receive transaction from different customers like from him. Multiple transaction can be done, but a particular transaction like a particular transaction is having a particular like ID. What I mean to say, like different merchants cannot have a single transaction. Like me is a one merchant, there is one more merchant. So he and me don't have a single transaction ID. So like this relation is like now I put the relation like there are relation like one to many, many to one, one to one, many to many. So for the we can say merchant and the transaction we have to write so transaction so one many. So here is a many, here is a, here we can write one. So see, many transactions can be done for a single merchant. Like there are a lot of transactions done for a single merchant, or in another way we can say one merchant can receive only one matlab, for a single merchant is having one transaction, but many transactions done for a single merchant. So this is we called as a relationship. So coming to the next, that is our, we can say swipe machine. So for here I just write swipe machine. Okay, swipe machine, swipe S machine. So this is the particular entity for the swipe machine. So for making the ER diagram for the swipe machine, so like there is which I earlier told, like there is the one ID for the swipe machine. So this is a primary key we have to like S underscore ID. That is the swipe machine ID. So it is a primary key. So we have to put this line also below it, and one is our transaction. Sorry, applying date. So what is the applying date? So we can simply write a date for applying. So this is a date. So now it's time for linking it. So this swipe machine with this SID, and this can be linked. Swipe machine is also linked with the applying date. So this is also done like this particular entity with the different attributes. Now it's time for the relationship. So like transaction and swipe machine is not having a relation between itself, but swipe machine is having a relationship with the merchant. So for that we have to make a relationship. So first of all, for the relationship we have to draw uh, sorry, so we have to draw this symbol which I earlier told, like this. So what we can say, like merchant like merchant request, or we can say swipe machine given, swipe machine given to merchant. So swipe machine is like given to the merchant. So see, this is a relation. So we firstly have to link this. So swipe machine given to, so here merchant, like this way. So for the swipe machine, like different merchants can having one swipe machine. Okay. But the thing is that one merchant can only having a one swipe machine. So like merchant is also like having a one swipe machine, and not a lot of swipe machines given to the merchant. So this is a one to one, like one to one relationship. Why it is a one to one? There are three merchants. Me, there is a one merchant to the side, like he, and there is one merchant. We are the three merchants, suppose. So for these three merchants, so one can apply for a one swipe machine. Okay, one merchant can apply for a one swipe machine, and one swipe machine is only given to one merchant. There is nothing like that, like three, four swipe machines given to a single merchant. So for that, it is a one-to-one relationship. So this is also done. Now it's time for the another entity, that we can say QR code. So for QR code, I just write here QR code. So for QR code, there is again one, we can say QR ID, QR ID, and the second thing we can say is applying date. Okay, so for that, firstly we have to link this entity with its attributes. So like this, and then like that. So it is also done. So it's time for its relationship. So first we have to draw again the same relationship one. So here we can write given given to. Why we write given to here? Because QR code is also given to the particular merchant. Okay. So the thing is again same as a swipe machine. So same thing is there for the we can say QR code, the relation. So like relation between the merchant and QR code is also one to one. Different merchant can also like receive one QR. Like one merchant cannot apply for two, three QRs for a same ID. So like this is also we can say one merchant can apply for having a single QR and a QR code given to the merchant for like payment. So one to one again. This is same as I previously told about the swipe machine. So this is also 1 to 1. So this relation is also like 1 to 1. So this is done. But there is no link we can say among these things. These all are the separate things. So there is no we can say a relationship among all these particular attributes or these things. Yeah. So these all are links with the merchant transactions, swipe machine, QR code. So we left with only the two entities more, that is Bharatpe itself and loan. So I write here Bharat Pay. So same thing is there. There is a particular we can say ID for a Bharat Pay, that is we can say BID and some customer care numbers. So that customer care number is multi-valued because we can say like there are a lot of customers. There are a lot of customer care numbers. Not a single customer number is there. So like customer care number. So for that, just we simply okay. These all are just a simple things. We just have to like think according to the like entities. This that is not we can say it's not a tough deal. It's just a simple. It just need a focus for the things. Like we have to imagine about how what are the customer care numbers and how these customer care numbers like what are the multi-valued things, what are the entities, and all these we can say another things. We just have to focus. That's it. Nothing more is required for these things. You just have to put it here so that it becomes multi-valued. So yes, now it is seems to be multi-valued. Now we have to attach it like this way. So this way. So BharatPe and merchant is not having a relation in itself, like because we use loans. So we just like merchant is already a part of BharatPe. So why there is a we can say we create a relation between a Bharat because it is already having a relation. Like it is also a part of the merchant. That BharatPe is not a particular app. That BharatPe is just a table for a BID to provide the loans, like for the loan thing. I just explained this. I have to firstly make the loan one table. That is our last entity, that is loan. So that is loans. So for loans we just have to make some. There is again a few things are just same again, the primary key. So one is like LID. Okay, so one is the LID. Next one is the, we can say LID, what is the amount. So for that, that is a primary key. Oh shit. We can remove this. So this is our primary key. We just have to mark here. Okay, this is our LID. After that, there is a amount. So for amount, there is no required of special kind of attribute. That is just simply we can say here uh, amount. Okay, so that is a amount. After that amount, another table we have to like mention is interest rate. So that is also not required like a kind of a special thing. Just simply we write interest rate. Okay, so interest rate is also done. Amount is LID amount. So the left things are duration and date. So for duration, that is also a simple attribute. For duration, like what is the time period? Okay, and the last one is date. So this is that date is like when we like apply for the particular we can say loan date. Okay, so this date is also done. So now firstly we have to connect these. Then I'll tell you the relationship because I have to tell the relationship of Bharatpe also. So for that firstly we have to complete this. Okay. So now talking about the relationship. So there is a relation between the merchant and between the loan. What is the relationship? Like every merchant has to ask for the loan, the request for the loan. So there is a relation among the merchant and loan. This way, request. Still we have to manage this. Yeah, request. Okay, just let me to manage it little bit more. Yeah. So firstly we can say merchant request for what? For loans. So now talking about what is the relation between the merchant and loan. So like at a single time, one merchant can request for many loans. Okay. One merchant can request for, like I am a merchant, I can request for many loans. Okay, so we can say that the loan and the merchant and loan is the one to many relationship. Like one, there is a ID. Suppose there is a loan ID. One is a loan ID for a particular merchant. So one loan ID on a single loan ID. two merchants cannot get that loan for a single loan ID. But one merchant, like I can ask for like house loan, shop loan, this loan. I can ask, but on a single loan ID, like there is a particular amount and there is a loan ID like this one number loan. So one number loan is only given to a single merchant, not like given to us a lot of merchants. That is a relation, that is a one to many among the merchant and loan. So only the one relationship is left, that is the Bharat Pay and the loan. So for that, firstly I have to draw ask. So firstly, we have to move this little bit down. No, we can do one thing. We just we just take it little bit up here like that. Now we just have to put the relationship here. So the relationship here is ask. Okay. So what happen when a merchant requests to a loan? So loan has also asked to whom for the loan, that is to Bharat Pay. So there is a relation among the Bharat Pay and the loan. So what is the we can say the relationship among the Bharat Pay and loan? So many loans, like not a single, many loans can ask to only a one person. Like BharatPay is just a one ID. So multiple loans he can ask to the BharatPay. So this is the many to one relationship. So like this is the whole ER diagram. We can say that for our work. These are the entities: BharatPay, transaction, swipe machine, QR code, merchant, and loans. These are the attributes in which I explain. For the uniqueness, there is a primary attribute in which we use the line with a circle. For the multi-valued attributes, like there is a multiple value like customer care number, phone number, there are a lot, email IDs, a lot are there. So for that we use the double circle, or we can say oval. For relationship we have to use diamond, and for entities simple rectangle. So this is the ER diagram, and this what I have written here, like one to many, many to one, one to one, these are the relationship amongst the whole. This whole is the, we can say, all about the Bharat Pay. So this is the ER diagram. So like this is all the ER diagram, or all the things which are mentioned in the ER diagrams. I explain all entities, relationship, and attributes for a particular topic, that is Bharat Pay. Thank you so much for everyone. Please listen it carefully. Everything is explained here. If you find it really good, please like it, subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.